Sorry.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. So those of you still in, field daying the barracks, that sucks. I'm not doing that tonight. Hey, so May is, actually before that, guys, do not forget about Sunday. Sunday, we have a huge announcement. If you think the baby was a big announcement, no, this is way bigger. I promise it's way bigger. So Sunday, we're going to be at the Oceanside Beach by the pier, hanging out. If you're around, come down and hang out with us. We'll have beers. Don't worry. Cinco de Mayo, tequila on tap. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't make it, we're going to go live for about 10 minutes while we're there, show everybody what we're doing, and we're going to announce something. I'm telling you, it is absolutely freaking huge. Like, ginormous. Bigger than this 10 ounces in the building.
Bigger than Giovanni right now.
Yes, bigger than Giovanni. This month is Mental Health Awareness Month. It is also Military Appreciation Month. And on top of that, today we killed Bin Laden, so that's fucking dope.
I feel like I should have like fireworks. Like,
yeah, fireworks. I would be drinking a beer right now, but Sam said no.
Listen, guys, John was gonna drink a beer, and I was gonna pour cranberry juice stuff in a wine glass and see how many people commented on it and be like, excuse me, you shouldn't be drinking.
And all the other unsolicited advice that we get about being parents. Trust me, I know. Sam sucks in her stomach once in a while. I'm like, you can't do that. The baby's gonna suffocate. Like, we know what's going on. But let's get started for real, guys. Today on my story, I posted, if you saw it, if suicide. Let me pull it up because I don't want to miss.
And if you're here live, let us know. Let us know where you're coming from today. And then if you are not here live with us, #replay. And thank you for serving our country, guys, for Military Appreciation Month.
Are you gonna thank
and
me?
Spouses?
Are you gonna thank me later? That's it? That's all I get. It's very disappointing. Okay, so what I had said was, if killing yourself is the coward's way out, then why does mental health have such an ugly stigma? Now, I know everyone out there has a different opinion on what suicide is. They might be a coward, it's okay. Some people are all right with the assisted suicide, the euthanasia for like sick people and stuff. Whatever your opinion is on it, that's yours. But in the military, and I've been told this time and time again, suicide makes you a coward. But then it's like, okay, what if he wants to go to mental health and get help? Well then, is he weak? Is he not a good leader? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Can he be trusted? Do we have to take his rifle cards away? So it's like, mental health, you're looking like this weird, shitty, weak bitch, but then when he goes ahead and blows his brains out in the barracks, it's like, oh, he's a coward for doing that.
Yeah, that really is.
It's
really messed up.
Really fucked up catch-22 that I've noticed, and I wanted to share it with you guys because, one, I want to know how true that my opinion is, or maybe I just have a distorted view from my experience, and I want to know your opinion on what I just said. So seriously, drop it below. Take some time to think about it. Like,
reiterate that again.
Put some thought and detail into this because I want to know like what your opinion is on what I just said. I'm genuinely curious.
So say that again for people. You are considered weak, or your rifles should be taken away, or like you're not a good leader if you go to mental health. But if you commit suicide, then that was the coward's way out.
Yeah,
so John's saying this
we have
catch-22
suicide as
here.
coward's way out. You go to mental health, you're a weak bitch who's all fucked up in the head. So what's your view? I want to know. I'm genuinely curious. That is my background on that take from my 7 years around the military. So guys, something was brought to my attention this week that I want to share with you. We are no longer cavemen. Like, in order to get my wife pregnant and create the legendary bloodline of Commons to continue to go, I did not go outside with my big-ass club and just right on the head. It didn't happen. I didn't drag her by her hair back and just, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. We're not cavemen anymore. What I mean by that analogy, excuse me, what I mean by that analogy is, it is okay to go seek help to better yourself. The better you are up here mentally, the better you can show up big in every aspect of your life. And I'm not just talking like your marriage and all that awesome shit with your spouse or your girlfriend, whatever. I'm talking like at work. If this functions better, you can lead people better. You can make decisions faster. You can react in a better time. If I have a broken ankle and I can't run, what do? I go, I get it fixed, and then, wow, I run better because I fixed a problem. It's the same thing with a fucking computer. For all my computer geeks out there, which I can say that because it's me, I'm a nerd about weird shit. If my fucking laptop is fucked up, it's got a virus, whatever, cool. Let me get in the computer's brain to remove the virus, and then the computer starts running way more efficient. It's the same thing as your brain, guys. We are not cavemen anymore. It is okay to ask for help. It is okay to want to better yourself. It is okay to go to marriage counseling before you start fighting. It's prehab before rehab. I'd rather fix my leg so that 3 months from now when I'm running, I don't tear my ACL. It's the same shit. So we're not cavemen anymore, guys. And there's no more stigma of you're a pussy or you're a weak bitch because you wanted to better yourself. That's just not true. And yeah, you got anything you want to say on that before I keep going?
You're gonna keep going?
Yeah,
I think going off of that, we should totally tell the toilet paper story.
Okay.
Because you mentioned the mental going to marriage counseling before you're arguing. Okay. So when we got married, we had to do, what is it called?
So we had to meet with our priest, and while we were there, he told us a story.
It's pretty funny.
This beautiful young couple had been married about 2 months, and they're already storming in this priest's office, screaming at each other, we should have never got married, I hate you, let's get a divorce. All the worst shit you could say is coming out of their mouth to each other. The priest's like, whoa, hold up. What the fuck is going on here? He's a priest, he doesn't say fuck. I say fuck.
Our interpretation,
My interpretation said, the priest said fuck. So anyway, what's going on here? They sit down and they're like, what is the start of this fight? And they're like, I can't remember, but she pissed me off doing this. He pissed me off doing that. Well, she did this and he did that. And he said, okay, cool, keep going. And it kept going and kept going. Over the course of the 2 months, what had led them to want to get divorced was that he put the toilet paper on incorrectly. That was what initially started this long, crazy chain-linked shit that led to them wanting to get a divorce.
And she never told him that he put the toilet paper on wrong. So the both of them were so pissed off at each other because it was constantly happening, and they never knew what was causing their root problem. So the whole point of that story was just the fact that, like, you could be arguing about the most stupid things, but marriage counseling, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Or even just like marriage groups like this one, it's so awesome to see other couples who are going through same things. Or sometimes we'll post these funny memes and it's like, my husband drives that way when he drives, or, something really crazy.
Don't even get me started.
But it's hilarious how so many couples can have different, little arguments, but we're all like talking about the same thing. So I think that was definitely a really good story to share with them. So you can continue on. Mental health. Mental health.
Why, thank you. Real quick, before I continue, I looked over at my wife's belly, and we have these chairs with a gap between your upper back and where your butt rests. She had the seat turned around like a total boss before we started this. Hands are up, like super aggressive, and the belly is just poking through the chair. Like just, yep, here I am.
We're getting to that
Here's
point.
the baby. I'm like, damn, babe, all right, calm down. Like, shit, I'm getting nervous because you're looking all fucking badass and stuff.
Big bellied.
All right, my third point before I give one more story for this is controlling your emotions actually make you more masculine. Now notice, I said controlling your emotions. I didn't say burying them, controlling them. So something shitty might happen to you and you have to hold your bearing. You have to essentially man up and take care of the situation. However, once that situation has resolved itself, part of controlling your emotions is dealing with them. It is not burying it down. It is not hiding it. It is not covering it up with fucking self-medicated alcohol or doing drugs or just being an asshole for no fucking reason. So don't bury your shit, control your shit. You got anything?
You can keep going. I'll talk about it later.
Okay. Shit, what the fuck was I gonna say? Sorry, I brain farted for a second. I've been a little cloudy today. Controlling emotions.
I can talk.
Yeah, go ahead for a second.
So going off of what he's talking about, there's a big difference for not even just the military personnel. This is for all you ladies out there, you spouses. It is a big difference from responding to a situation and reacting to a situation. So when you are get really mad at them for something, whatever they may do, like let's say I didn't want him.
Never gets mad at me.
Let's say I didn't want him to drink that cranberry juice, and like I never said anything about it, and he drinks the cranberry juice. And I could flip the freak out and just be like, why did you drink my cranberry juice? Like, that was for me. I wanted that. That is reacting. You're not properly responding to the situation. Instead, be like, hey, babe, next time you drink one of those, just those are mine for my pregnancy, whatever it is. I have no freaking clue. But there's a difference between reacting to the situation and responding, and that all has to do with the emotions that he was just talking about. Your emotions are going to get the best of you right away. And so if you are responding and reacting completely different, you're going to confuse your partner. So and it's okay to learn, like, be like, hey, crap, I didn't mean to react like that. And say that, let them know, be like, I apologize. I'm sorry, and I was in the wrong. Like, I should not have reacted that way. Because a reaction happens like this. A response is, let me think about this. Am I really that mad that he drank the cranberry juice? Can I get another one? There is a big difference between reacting and responding. So if you've ever reacted, throw some likes, throw some hearts up there, because we all do it. We react to situations and we don't properly respond. So that's, I think, definitely something going off of controlling your emotions.
Yes. However, if there are two people in an elevator,
oh my God,
and one person farts, you both know who did it. So don't lie to each other, because there's only two of you in a house.
It's normally me.
Yeah, it's normally her. But fucking Taco Tuesday does a number on me too.
This pregnancy is doing a number on me.
And guys, I finally remembered what I wanted to say. The whole controlling your emotions, controlling all this makes you more masculine. There is no reason to hide anything anymore. The news is everywhere, including downrange. So my wife knew about my experience before I did, right? And that made me super uncomfortable and stuff. So she already knows it happened. This isn't World War II where it's like, whatever I say is what she'll know, and then it'll go with me to the grave. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, everything from it's very interesting too. And people have talked about this. Everything you do now, we are the first generation of all of our actions are electronically downloaded onto the internet. Like, there isn't anything that you say or do anywhere in the world that your grandkids won't know about. Like, I barely know my grandfather. Like, hardly. I never even met him. God forbid if I die before, Gio pops out a baby with his lovely wife, he'll have all of this. So really think about that. And what I'm getting to is, with all of that happening, there is no reason why you can't talk to your spouse about it. Because the hard part of telling her, she already knows about it. So
Say that again.
The hard part in telling her doesn't matter, because she probably already knows about it.
And guys, she may not know I know exactly what's going on, because I know everything. It's like, I've noticed that you're so irritated so easily at little things, like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Or, this normally doesn't cause you to get this angry. Or why are you being so quiet? You don't have to ask those questions, but those are the things that are going through her head, and because she cares. She cares and she loves for you. And so the one person that is standing right beside you constantly every day, holding your hand through everything, you should be able to talk to. And maybe it's just like, hey babe, if he says to me hey babe, I have something I need to get off my chest, but I can't talk about it right now. Do not force it. Do not push the subject. He already said he wants to talk to you. Let him talk to you when he's ready. Or let's say he doesn't know that you are that supportive of him. Tell him, hey, I've just kind of noticed things are just a little different lately. I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And if you ever need me to just listen, do not talk, do not give advice, just listen.
Can you say that
I'm
again?
Here for
You're
you.
telling women not to talk?
Yeah.
Wow,
It's a big thing.
that's crazy.
I had to learn that.
And I normally don't respond to the questions while we do this because I want to get through my points. But real quick, this is very, very important. Jane asks, how can I encourage my husband to not bury his emotions? Jane, I'm 6'3", 230 pounds. I am strong as fuck, and I'm pretty much as masculine as you can fucking get. Probably toxic masculine nowadays, according to the Gillette commercials. Have him watch this.
On his own time.
You know what you do? Fuck having a date night. Be like, hey, babe, let's watch something together. You bring him his favorite beer. You pour yourself your favorite glass of wine, and you sit down and you watch this shit. You take a notebook and you start writing notes together.
And don't talk.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Just write your own stuff down.
Yeah.
Because then you guys, and even if he doesn't want to share what he wrote down, he's doing something with you. And that was a big thing that we had to learn together was like, just because we're not talking right away doesn't mean that we're not supporting one another. That was a big thing we learned through an event that we went to was, there were a lot of spouses that weren't at the event and we came together. Mm-hmm. And it was like, this spouse is supporting you by letting you come. So your spouse is supporting you by just sitting there and listening. If he doesn't write anything, great. At least he's listening. He's right there with you.
And if he puts in the effort and you want him to keep putting in the effort, make him a sandwich.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
right,
food does work.
Yeah, well, food, yes, food and other things. Anyway, guys, I want to wrap it up. I really, really appreciate it, but I cannot stress this enough. Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, we're having our beach bash down at Oceanside Pier here in California. If you can't make it, that's okay. Tune in. We're going to go live for like 10 minutes while we're there, and we have a monstrous announcement, guys. Like, this is so much bigger than anything we've ever said before. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching a replay, hashtag replay that shit. Thank you, guys, and I appreciate your support. There it is.